29th of October. It's about 10:30 now. I've been down here for an hour and a half. I've got to go home. I'm not going to walk any further. So here I am, and it's the same story. Unfortunately, this family moved into this house 12 weeks ago. What can I say? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. So we can see here that it may be impacted. Well, I can see part of the driveway. Okay. Let's do this again. The idea was that this levee was going to save the town. When I listened to the media, this levee is the levee that's holding to save the town. Problem is, at the height of the river, which is what it is now, right, at the 94.94,
In Echuca, it's a nervous wait as the flood level creeps further up the makeshift levee, stretching 2.5 kilometres. Sandbags surround many homes, just in case the river tops the levee. Glen Ogden's been waiting days for the peak to come and reckons everyone's in limbo.
I'm calmer than I was. I was panicking a fair bit because I knew it was supposed to peak on Saturday. It hasn't. Now it's supposed to peak on Sunday. It hasn't. They're saying Monday. So while those days get pushed back, that's better for us because there's breaks in the river downstream from here to Shepparton, and a lot of that water is spreading, which is really bad for those people, but it's better for us.
Even if the Murray River doesn't breach the levee, there's the constant threat of stormwater gathering on the other side and threatening homes.
There's a ravine on my side of the levee bank. It's fairly
How you going? I'm Andrew Lewis. This is Mum's house behind me. I've been up in Queensland for the last 3 months. I've been trying to organise as much as I can to get all my mates and the community to try and help Mum's house out as much as we can. So I was just feeling hopeless up in Queensland, so I've come down last night, just driven to Echuca this morning to obviously...
And where's this going to leave, Mum? Where's this going to leave everyone? Are you insured? Is everyone insured for flood or anything like that?
I think Mum's got flood insurance, but if it covers it, who knows what's going to happen. Like, we've tried our best to protect Mum's home, so...
Has anyone spoken to anyone from any of the services, like the police or the fire brigade or the emergency services or council or anyone?
So I'm Kerry Dean.
You're from right over the back there?
Yeah, so we're affected as well. We're on the other side of the levee. When they had the meeting, there were about maybe 500 people there. We were allowed 5 questions, and then they were told, that's it, we need to go. Anyone on this side, get out, you need to evacuate. I spoke to one of the councillors and asked them, okay, so there's people, the elderly, because I have been door knocking prior to this going up. They didn't know what was happening. They didn't even know, they weren't even aware that the river was rising as rapidly as it was, because they're not on social media. And I said to the councillor, how are you going to let them know? How are you going to get out into the community and let people down this side, the aged community, know? They said, that is up to you guys. That is up to the community.
So how do you feel about the idea that at some point you were allowed to build here, or someone built before you, or whatever the situation was, because it's a lawful place to build, it's a titled place and it's residential?
Yeah.
And now it's not. How do you feel? What's your plan?
I don't know. When we built here, we have to build a metre up because of the flood levy. That was the 1993 flood level height. They have now built this to the extent that they have. This levy is now higher than what we are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no words. No.
Would you have appreciated some sort of contact that was one-on-one, that some sort of...
Absolutely. But as the council said to me, our resources are limited.
It's pretty hard to imagine, seeing there's over 500 people in the council working in the Shire.
Yeah,
and it's an $80, $90 million proposition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty, well look, I wish you luck. I've had tears in my eyes, and as soon as I got here I thought, I just cannot believe the impact. It's one thing to see it on TV or to read it or whatever.
Yeah.
But to see you guys, it's devastating. The heart goes out to you.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Okay, so where's your house? Over the back? Over the back, yep. And you're impacted. So what do you got to say?
Yep. Unfortunately, our Shire of Catasby, or as we're now referring to them, the Shire of Catastrophe, have done too little too late. They've had funding sitting in their coffers since '73, when the big floods were here, and plans to build the levee bank around to protect all these properties. They, being a tourist town, they've injected that money into the port area, and I can understand that, tourism, but unfortunately that's come to the detriment of the residents.
So, you know, my immediate thought was that you would have been spoken to by the council, there would be some counselling, your home is, if this hydrology is right, which it probably is because they're doing what they're doing. But has anyone contacted you, spoken to you?
No, nothing from Campaspe Shire. They had a community consultation meeting with very little to no consultation. They took 5 questions and just basically told us what was happening. And what my biggest concern is, as a community, and the community is pretty strong here, is that you put this in, it's to the detriment of others. So all the modelling that they've got over in New South Wales in Moama to see where they're going to be affected is now going to change, because this wall will push water not back on us but over into Moama as well.
So I was thinking that really you were permitted to build here. At some point someone got a building permit and the Shire endorsed it all, and then all of a sudden you're not being compulsorily required by the state, you're being compulsorily inundated.
Yes.
Are you insured for that?
I am, personally, but a lot of these people aren't
Yeah, for flood.
for floods.
Look, it's-
Unfortunately, when we got hit in 2011 on the west side of Echuca, a lot of the major insurance companies put your premiums up around the $8,000 to $10,000 mark, which is unattainable for your everyday person. So a lot of people didn't have flood insurance.
All right, and what's your name?
I'm Nick Dean.
Nick, give me a hug, buddy. Sorry. Now he doesn't want to go on it, but this is a man who's had a bit of an issue with his boats, and it just goes to show you we're all on the same level. Look at these people. What do you reckon about these guys? Come on, Ron.
No, it's awesome. It's a fantastic community.
Freaking nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Yep. Yep.
Oh my God.
It's incredible, and everyone's happily just getting into it. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to try and walk around and see that chain. I reckon that chain goes all the way around there. What do you reckon?
It's supposed to go all the way around.
No, I'm going to
I'm
go,
going to go back to the shop and get more drinks for everyone.
So this is, you're helping out with refreshing everyone?
Making sure everyone's liquid.
Geez, all the Star Hotel people should be here with their liquid. Yeah, everyone's panicking here right now. So everyone's got to move quickly.